Thank you. So Susan's telling stories over here. This is my third time speaking. I know. And let me tell you a story about her. I did tell her I was ready to speak, and she said, okay, well, we'll get you in on March. And she wrote my name in her book, and she circled it, and she put an exclamation point, and she said March. And then I didn't hear from her. And so I don't come to church on Sundays all that often, and I was here on a Sunday, and so I thought, I better check in with her. And she says, oh, well, let's go look at the calendar. And she looked down, and March was full. There was no longer any March open, because I had a big idea about what I wanted to talk about. It's fine. Spirit works in mysterious ways. Thank you, Susan, for the gift. And so we went. She started, well, how about April? And she's like, we've got this one and this one. And then she says, how about today? April 5th. And I said, okay. I said, she says, that's Easter. And I said, well, okay, Easter. So I've had too much time to prepare. So today I'm not prepared at all, which is good, because I've been in my head about it a lot. I've been in my head about what Easter means to me. I've been in my head about the traditions that I grew up with around Easter, which was largely candy and eggs and maybe a dress here and there. But also a big religious environment that was happening in. And so my first thought was, hey, this is a non-denominational church. Let's do a non-Jesus-y Easter. Well, okay, great. Renewal, that's anybody, everybody, all of us, right? All the time. Spring, it's springtime. Let's get going. Let's start growing. And then I cracked myself up. I was like, I don't know. I had to tell Penny something for the program, and I didn't know what to tell her. But I had been listening to this Ray LaMontagne song, and I loved that Step Into Your Power. And actually, that's why it's a rock and roll Easter, is because of that song. And another one that's not getting played today because they're perfecting it. Yeah. And so then all of a sudden, it was because that brought me to you, which is really where this is about. I was thinking about the times that I'm sitting out there and really enjoying my Sunday experience. And it's when we're all singing. It's when we're all really just vibing together, and we're raising our energy. We're raising our vibration. And this song that they just played makes me feel like that. And I was like, oh, that's what I want for everybody. I don't have to be any great scholar or minister or reverend or whatever. I can just talk about what I know, which is rock and roll is fun, right? We like to sing together. We get energized together. We can talk about the importance of raising our vibration of spirit so that we keep ourselves in a really good place. And we support one another. We can support one another, and we can share with one another in that. So that's what this is about today. There's going to be some Jesus in there, because as much as I tried to think about Easter without Jesus, I really couldn't do it. Because even, it's really become a Christian stronghold, even though I don't know that Jesus ever had anything to do with Easter, right? In his own lifetime. I guess he became the reason for it for a lot of people. There's also the idea of the pagan traditions, the goddess worship, and there's so many traditions to bring from, and it's a lot. And so I was like, well, okay, let's just enjoy some rock and roll. So, okay, let's see. Where is this going? I don't know. So give me a moment. Let's see if there's any wisdom that can come through and any, yeah. So the really idea of this Easter for me was about stepping into something new, stepping into something bright. And I've been in a kind of a dark place for a little while, and really trying to work myself out of it. And it's going to take some behavioral change. Right? It's going to take that. And I've kind of distilled it down to what I actually need to focus on, which is regulating myself. Get basic things. I still live like a teenager a lot of times. You know, I don't know what time I'm going to get up every morning. I don't always know what time I'm going to go to bed. My diet is hit or miss. And, you know, little things I could do to really keep my vibration high. And part of that is just getting regulated. So that's my personal vision for myself for this Easter. And so I'm inviting you guys to come up with something that is renewing. Maybe it's a dream that needs to be resurrected. We'll go with the resurrection theme since it's Easter. Maybe it's a new idea, dreams that need to be let go of so that you can have a new one. But the power of dreaming is big, right? We don't have to know how to do it. We don't have to know what the full thing looks like. We just need to be willing to have that dream, be willing to nurture that dream, and be willing to follow it. We can really follow the dream. We don't have to develop it. It kind of just sits in us, right? One of the things that struck me that I was thinking about, and even Susan mentioned it today, about really being mindful of our fundamental principles. And the one that always gets me, and that I think is just so spot on and that a lot of churches miss, is we believe each of us is a cell in the body of God. And so when I think of Jesus, when I think of Christ energy to me is not just for Jesus, it's for all of us. And I believe that we are. This, each of us is a cell in the body of God. Is that not our Christ energy? Is that not our Christ force energy? So we have that. It's within us. And how wonderful. And we're making up humankind. We are that. We are creating it as we go. And so, yeah, Easter is a great time to think about new. You know, I love the bunnies. I love the eggs. I love the jelly beans. All that fun stuff. But also, gosh, wouldn't it be great just to breathe some life into this planet of ours, breathe some life into joy, and breathe some life into community. I was here for the board meeting. I guess that was just this last week. I'll tell you, this week has been an eventful one in no particular way. It's mostly happening here. But I had every intention of making it to First Thursday. And Thursday came and went, and Friday, yes, see, this is where I'm at. Friday came, and I was like, oh, I got to get ready for First Thursday. Oh, wait, that happens on Thursday. I missed Thursday altogether. But Sunday, we had a meeting, and I have never been prouder to be a member of this church than I was this last Sunday, because it was democracy in action. You could see us coming together as a community, coming together as a group, sharing, and having the patience to do that, and having the patience to come forward. And Susan really mentioned, let's skip out on the rules. Let's not have too many must-dos, because that limits us. It really does limit us, because then we're trying to perform to one another's expectations as opposed to just shining the way that we are. And I so appreciate how Susan reminds us that we don't have to be perfect, because none of us are. And I have been critical sometimes when I'm sitting out there and I'm having a hard time focusing. And without exception, I come around to, oh, yeah, of course there's something there for me. There's something there. This person's going to share something. Whether it's just that they're sharing from their heart or if they're sharing something that's important to them, wow, That person took the time to get up in front of people and share what was important to them. How amazing. What a beautiful opportunity for us to commune, for us to get together. And so I really appreciated her words and her wisdom. And then I appreciated how we took the time to have some conversations where people were on different sides of an issue. Amazing. Like, that's all it takes, right? Another great thing that I'm talking about you now, Susan, that she reminds me of is how simple things can be. Can we just be kind to one another? Can we just open our hearts? And so, I have hopefully opened my heart for this service today. And I don't know, do I have some time still, maybe? Let's see what else comes forward. Okay, so the other thing that's coming forward is an acceptance, that a big part of love is acceptance. It's allowing, and allow myself to love myself even in the, oh, I'm not regulated. Can I love that part of me? Can I love that dysregulated part of me? And can I love the things that maybe make me prickly, or maybe make me a little bit frustrated? Maybe the things that I wish were different. And then we get real meta. Can I love that I wish that things were different, even though I wish that I loved the thing already and didn't need it to be different? Yes, okay. You know, what else are we going to do? Open to accepting us, open to accepting ourselves as we are, and then allowing ourselves to be moved towards that which we are choosing. And that's our great power, is choice. It's where we're focusing. Where are we focusing? And so that's the other thing that's coming through, is that focus. And I think, again, Easter. I know this hasn't been much about Easter, but it's about renewal. So we're each a cell in the body of God. We already are that. We already are that. How amazing. I think maybe that's it. Yeah. We'll just say thank you. Thank you.